How's it going, everybody? I hope you're all doing great. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Bryce. I own a car detailing business called Suds & Go, mobile car wash and detailing, and that business is built on the backbone of spot-free water. As most of you guys know, if you use spot-free water, the vast majority of you are using something called deionized resin. You're using some kind of tank that you bought from somebody, which, by the way, they're all the same. The only difference is the size. You can get them in small sizes, medium sizes, large sizes, commercial sizes, but they all work around the same premise, which is you fill it with resin and you let it purify your water. The problem with that is deionized resin is extremely expensive. For 1 cubic foot of resin, plan on spending upwards of $200 to $230 for one bag. I got sick and tired of it. And so I built a system based around reverse osmosis. It's called an RODI system, reverse osmosis DI. The system behind me is custom built. The plate that it's sitting on, I had designed myself. It's custom fabricated and then powder coated white. So the finish on this thing is just super durable and it looks really, really clean. But anyways, so what we're doing right now is a leak test, a pressure test. The reason why the reverse osmosis membrane is not mounted yet is because we're testing it. Water going through my tap right now, after it passes the sediment and the carbon block filter, is reading at 274 parts per million. If you were to put 274 parts per million into your deionized resin, you're gonna cause it to exhaust really, really fast because you're causing your resin to work really, really hard. The harder your water, the faster you're gonna deplete your resin. The less hard your water is, the less you're gonna deplete your resin. And so that reverse osmosis membrane is your workhorse. It's doing 98% of the work for you. What it's doing is it's stripping out all of the total dissolved solids up to 98%. So the RO water for me that's coming out is at 0.05 parts per million. So I'm going from 274 to 0.05. When you put 0.05 into your deionized resin tank, which is this guy right here, it allows it to stretch way longer. And so you're getting a whole lot more money, bang for your buck. When you're spending that much money on resin, you guys, you gotta get a system that's working better for you. I'm sorry, but those strictly deionized resin systems, they're terrible. You're gonna be spending a crap load of money, and especially right now where all the prices are rising, inflation is here, you're spending a lot more for chemicals. Get a system that's gonna help save you money in the long run. Is this an investment to begin with? Absolutely it is, but as you guys know, sometimes you gotta spend money to make money. This is one of those occasions. All right, guys, so there are two lines to a reverse osmosis DI, RODI system, the Spotless Water Booster. One line is for your clean water. So all of the water that's coming out of your reverse osmosis filter, we then redirect that and it goes into your deionized resin, okay? The bad water, because it's splitting, you gotta imagine that it's basically taking a water molecule, okay? And anything that's bigger than a water molecule cannot fit through the reverse osmosis membrane. So that's going out one line. If it is smaller than a water molecule, it can go through, which is the clean water. It can go through the membrane. That's the water you want to save. You want to hold on to that. The hard water you don't want. The whole purpose behind this machine is to take it out. And so with this machine, there's a waste line. The clean water is that blue line right there. That's the water that you're going to connect into your water tank. I've color-coded your lines to make everything really, really easy for you when you go to set this up in your van, truck, trailer, garage, or wherever you're at. Blue line is clean water. Black line is waste. And so right now I've got a black line in this. That's just for testing purposes. Bryce, what does it cost me to maintain this system? Well, like I said, the pre-filters are your most important filters you need to change out constantly, consistently, that every 2 to 3 months, or dependent on your water usage. If you're going through a ton of water, you may need to change out these pre-filters sooner than 2 to 3 months. But these are really important to protect your reverse osmosis membrane. That RO membrane can last, I've heard, 2 to 3 years if you take care of it. If you don't change out your pre-filters and you allow these to go bad, it'll cause your RO membrane to go bad faster. RO membrane, which goes up here, I have not mounted it yet. is good for 2 to 3 years as long as you take care of it. And then of course you've got the maintenance cost of your deionized resin, but that's why I built this system, is to allow that resin to stretch as long as physically possible. So as long as you're doing the pre-filter stuff good, you're going to allow your deionized resin to stretch for a really, really long time. The system is actually on, so I'm gonna be quiet just for a minute so you can hear how loud this is. It's not very loud. In fact, you can hear me just fine. And I don't even have a microphone on my shirt. I'm just using my phone to pick this up. So it's really, really quiet. But this system, you guys, is designed to be mobile, or it can go in a shop, a garage. I've had a lot of people reach out to me who are in the trucking industry and want to buy one of these so that they can wash off their trucks in their wash bays. This is great for that. You use a standard water hose. So I've actually got one of these collapsible hoses that I really, really like. I do not ship a hose with my systems. You need to go out and buy your own, but I do include the connection right here, the quick disconnect that attaches to any hose that you want. You guys are out working really hard, and oftentimes you don't have the time to sit here and monitor your system to make sure that when your tank is full, you have to shut it off. With a system like this, you don't have to do that. And that is why I include a float switch. So what this float switch does is, if you could imagine just for a minute, this is in your water tank, right? And it's hanging down, meaning the water level in your tank is down. When your tank starts to fill up with water, this starts to move up. And you can hear my system is on right now, but as your tank fills up, watch what happens. The system turns off. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So you can go out and do whatever the heck you want. It's totally low maintenance. You don't have to worry about a single thing when you're operating this machine. So let's turn it back on. There we go. Now it's back on again. It's making water. And again, of course, we went stainless steel. That's a 1-inch stainless steel plug, which looks killer. But imagine that is on the front of your tank. This runs in through the back. There's your float switch. And it hangs in there. And by the way, guys, this thing was built to handle turbulence. So if you're in a trailer and you're moving around and it's hitting the side of the tank, it doesn't matter. It's totally cool. This thing was built to be in turbulent conditions. So the question that I get a lot is, Bryce, how much spot-free water am I gonna get? Well, that answer is really hard for us to answer. It depends on a lot of different factors. First and main one is, how hard is your water? That's the biggest contributing factor to how much spot-free water you're gonna get, is how hard is your water? Here in the state of Arizona, my water is really, really hard. And so I'm sure if I lived in a state where my TDS, I've heard some guys tell me, my water coming out of my TDS is at 50 parts per million. I'm like, holy crap, that's amazing. Could you imagine putting 50 parts per million through your RO membrane and then through the deionized resin? Guys, they're gonna get way more water than I am in the state of Arizona. But the fact is, you're gonna get a whole lot more spot-free water than you ever would relying on deionized resin alone. So how fast is it making spot-free water? This system was designed to put out about 2.1 up to 2.3 gallons of spot-free water per minute. And so I wanted a system that could keep up with the demands of a detailer or a window washer or a solar panel cleaner or someone who's out in the field that is using a ton of spot-free water. I wanted a system that was gonna help keep up with the demand of that. So what is the clean water to wastewater ratio? That's another question that I get quite often. So for approximately every gallon of clean water produced, you're gonna waste on average approximately 2 gallons of wastewater. The reverse osmosis systems that most people have under their kitchen sink, you're never gonna believe this. Do you know how many gallons of water they waste just to make 1 gallon of clean water? 4. They're gonna waste 4 gallons on average of wastewater to make 1 gallon of clean water. So the fact that the water system behind me is only wasting approximately 2 gallons to make 1 gallon of clean water is pretty dang awesome. Guys, we've done 90% of the work. So all you have to do now when you buy a system is connect a couple of pieces and you're done. We've done all the hard work for you. This is a kick freaking butt system. I am so dang proud of what we created behind me. And it saved me so much money in the long run. If you're interested in a system like this for your business, give me a call. My phone number is 844-SUDS-IN GO, the letter N, GO, Suds N Go, or 844-783-7646, or you can shoot me an email at support@sudsandgo, spelled out.com, support@sudsandgo.com. Guys, I hope you're having an awesome day. Thanks for hanging around with me as I talk about the awesome benefits of an RODI system. This has been the backbone of my business. In fact, I can't imagine doing business now any other way now that I've had it. I just can't. It's my baby, and I'm super proud of it. But have a great day, you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.